Ezra Levant here for Rebel News. I went to Hungary, the country in Eastern Europe, to find out the truth about the country and why it is succeeding, but why it is hated by globalists and leftists in the West. But interestingly, my journey to find out the truth about Hungary has taken me here to Chisinau, Romania, a completely different country. I'm hundreds of miles away from the Hungarian border, but this is a place in Romania where there is a large ethnic minority of Hungarians. In fact, this town itself is about 90% Hungarian. Chisinau, about 1,500 people in the Carpathian Mountains. It's beautiful here. Reminds me a little bit of Banff. The mountains aren't quite as high. And it's a spa, the healing waters. Also, the dictator of Romania, Ceausescu, had a villa here. He would hunt bears. He was a very avid bear hunter. There are a ton of bears here. One of our friends saw one yesterday, was a little spooked by it. It's against the law to hunt bears now, but that's the kind of place this is, sort of the wild, mountainous countrysides. And it's also the place where once a year, the Hungarians have a cultural festival drawing in thousands of people from around the region. This little town really triples in size for the festival. And there's music concerts and Hungarian food and Hungarian artwork and folk art, and there's stuff for the kids. Obviously, I spent most of my time at the food court trying about 10 different kinds of Hungarian delicacies. And it's also political. That's what's interesting, and we're going to cover a little bit of that. Because you have all these Hungarians gathering together to celebrate their Hungarianness, you have politicians from Hungary itself come here to Romania to meet and greet and talk about keeping the Hungarian identity alive. In a way, they're like Quebec, a little island of French in a sea of North American Anglos, and they want to retain their essence. So they think about things like language and culture and history a lot. In fact, the Prime Minister of Hungary, Viktor Orban, is scheduled to be here on the weekend to give a talk. So it's quite interesting to me, so many political actors from Hungary coming into Romania to keep things alive here and to maintain a connection with the ethnic Hungarians here. This event is sponsored by a variety of civil society organizations, NGOs. Some of them are called the minorities of Romania. They're trying to strengthen the identity and the rights of Hungarians here. It's very friendly. It's very fun. It really has a festival feeling. There's a lot of music bands, rock bands that were going very late into the night. And of course, me being 51 years old, I was right at the front moshing along with them until the wee hours. I'm just kidding. Actually, I've been invited to be on a panel discussion here to talk about the media. I'm very much looking forward to that, and we'll record it, and I'll give you my thoughts a little bit later. But I just wanted to explain where I am and why. I'm in the gorgeous Carpathian Mountains because I have discovered the truth about Hungary includes the fact that this country was hacked down to size by foreign powers, and I think maybe that history and the injury of that Trianon Treaty of over 100 years ago that cut off parts of Hungarians from the country as a whole, maybe that animates Hungary's thinking today when it deals with foreign powers, not empires or invaders, but the European Union or the UN trying to boss Hungary around. I think there might be something in the cultural memory and the identity of Hungary to resist foreign bosses telling Hungary what it is and what it can do. I think that's part of the spirit that I'm detecting with this Hungarian diaspora here in Romania. These are my preliminary thoughts. We'll be talking to people at this conference, talking to severely normal people. We'll be doing streeters with folks who speak English. We'll also talk to some experts and scholars. For all of my reports, please go to thetruthabouthungary.com. And if you find this interesting, please consider chipping in a little bit. Of course, citizen journalism is crowdfunded. We don't take any money from any government, not from the Canadian government and not from the Hungarian or Romanian government. We're here to serve only our viewers. And if you believe in what we're doing, please go to thetruthabouthungary.com and chip in a bit to help us cover our economy class expenses. Thanks. I'm in Eastern Europe asking the question, what's the truth about Hungary? What is that country like? And why do leftists in the West hate it so much? To see all of my reports and to chip into our crowd-funded citizen journalism, go to thetruthabouthungary.com.